Hey y'all, guess what? Yeah, we're back. We're black and we're never slack. I am your host of The Bases Are Loaded. We are live right here in the ATL on a rainy afternoon, folks. A little, just looking kind of rough out there today. You guys drive safely because I'm going to be getting back out there in that traffic and I don't want you hitting me because I've had a few accidents in a few years. I want you to drive safely, look out for the other person, and take care of your surroundings, okay? Right now, we're getting ready to talk about, you know what, sports and entertainment. That's where we bring you here. We do it on a 3U basis. That's right. Undeniable, unapologetic, and unrelenting, and not necessarily in that order, as you well know. I've said it before. And we got some top things to talk about today, some top subjects and some topics. We're going to touch on some things that get under my skin a little bit, and you'll probably get under yours a little bit too. I want you guys to always like and subscribe and let me know in the feedback in the comments, because you know I love those comments, whether they're positive or negative. I love it. I told you I love it when you hate me, because that means you make me great me. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, right now, I can tell you right now, in the NFL news, folks, woo. News on the NFL front, folks. What is going on in the National Football League, okay? That was a Freudian slip, excuse me. The National Football League right now is having some issues with some teams. Mainly those Dallas Cowboys. I like to say like the Southerners do. I'm, partially Southern and Northern, so I have to be careful with my dialect. I have to carefully watch myself, okay? As I've been told so many times before by some of you folks that tell me, hey, it's not my gaps doing sports right now. And right now, yeah, I have to laugh. A little giggle on that one, a little Mike Lowry. That's something else to behold, all right? The Dallas Cowboys. Too much of the people that are Dallas Cowboy haters, to your chagrin, the Dallas Cowboys are continued in their culture problems right now. Culture problems. Jerry Jones has been adamant about there is nothing that's going on with the team. There is nothing that is somewhat dismal or some of a team distraction that's causing them not to be able to perform well in the postseason. But as we well, and I know if you call it a cat and it's really a duck, does it quack? Because the Dallas Cowboys have not done well. As a matter of fact, I was watching a program the other day and they reminded me, and I was shocked. Mike Lowry, Mike D, what's up? The Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl since the Olympics came to Atlanta. Okay, that's a long time. Wow, what's going on in the wide world of sports? Well, anyway, folks, the Dallas Cowboys are trying to get it together. Dak is due for a contract extension. Now, I want you to comment, Dallas fans, is Dak, or do you see in the foreseeable future, do you see Dak finishing out his career actually in Cowboy Nation? I don't know, folks. You have to actually text me, send me a text, send me a copy, send whatever, neon sign. Let me know if you feel like Dak is worth $60 million a year, because that's what he's going to be kind of, yeah. Yeah, my producer's shaking his head right now, folks. Anyway, I've got all the arms here for you. Forgive me for it, but I'm not going to comment on that. I think Dak is a great quarterback. I just think he's in the wrong system. I think he's on the wrong team, folks. I really do, because he's sensitive and he sometimes, exudes that on the field. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, all right? Chiefs. Okay, the Chiefs have some major decisions to make with they're still deciding on whether they're going to franchise Mr. Jones, as well as they've got, of course, Ladarius Sneed all wrapped up for the next 2 years. And Jones is next. We're going to see what's going to happen and how that pans out. Chief Kingdom, let me know in the comments what do you think about that. That's a very, very formidable player on your roster that you need, that helped you every time you've gone to the postseason. Chris Jones has been there, and he's been a wrecking ball for quarterbacks. And I think you guys need to continue with that. Don't you think? Chiefs Nation, Chief Kingdom, let me know. All right? I'd love to hear it. Let me know your comments about that. The Denver Broncos released, yeah, It's kind of funny when I actually murmur this, but I'm actually uttering it, here on camera. I'm actually uttering the words that Russell Wilson, 5-time Pro Bowler, actually, MVP of the league, championship winner, Super Bowl winner, he is going to be out of a job, folks, today. As of today, he is unemployed. They've released him this morning. And to let you know how bad they needed Russell gone, they actually were willing to give up $92 million in contract negotiations from his CBA, from his contract, to do so. Wow. Russ, what in the world? Is your last name, need I say, is there a T on that end of your last name? Is it Russ? Sierra, what's up? Says every behind every good quarterback is a good woman, and I think you're a great woman, so what's going on with your hubby? But hey, it's opening the door for a lot of conversation, folk, because he is not washed up. I mean, think about it. 26 touchdowns last year. Okay, look at his resume from just last year. 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. And, hey, I can assure you, he's a Pro Bowler. Some team is going to want him. And yes, he is going to be a starting quarterback somewhere, folks. All right? Don't know when it's going to happen, but of course, today is the NFL's tagline, and it is that tagline for, guess what? Franchise time. They have up until 4 o'clock. It's getting close to that, I'm pretty sure. And that they've got to franchise those players, or they're all going to become free agents. That's not going to be good. Not going to be good. It's just like in baseball right now, all those great players that are out there right now. We'll mention that later on in the show. Okay? The Giants decided today, oh, Lord, they decided not to. They're not going to franchise my boy, Saquon. So, yes, as of about probably, I want to guess, and approximated around 11:30 this morning, he became a free agent. So it's teams that are out there making phone calls to their GMs, and they are actually just in the bidding for caliber. First of all, he's a first-rate RB, along with the mere fact that he is a really, really great receiver as well. So you've got a dual threat with him on the football field. So we're going to see how that pans out for these coming next couple of days to see where he lands. Because, folks, I can tell you right now, Saquon is a top-notch football player. Forget what his position is, and they don't want to pay him, but that's been the argument. I'll talk about that later on in the show. Of course, bases are loaded, because we cover all the bases here in sports, and that's one of them, because I was a running back, and I feel like those guys are not only needed on the field, but it's tantamount to have them, okay? You've got to be able to move that ball down the field, and the best way to do it is somebody that runs a 4.40 and is 250 pounds that can, of course, can squat almost 900 pounds. Guess what? He's something to bring down. Saquon Barkley is highly regarded as a running back, and I can assure you he will have a job before the end of this day. I can assure you that. You guys can check your local listings. All the other, of course, sports shows, they're going to be talking about this. I can tell you. It's one that's it's baffling to me. Daniel Jones is also, personally, I won't give my personal opinion on that, but let's put it like this, folks. I'd rather keep Saquon, okay, and get one of these third-round picks for quarterback. I'm sorry, I hate to say it. New York Nation, Giant Nation, we are looking like midgets, okay? We need to get this thing together, okay? Definitely, all right? The Bucks, kudos. Mike Evans, woo. Boy, I wish I could play football again, but I'm too old, folks. Mike Lowry, you hear this? Listen to this. Listen to this, brother. Talk about a payday, okay? I guess NFL stands for not for long, because he is never going to be broke for long. I promise you that. This man signed a 2-year, $52 million contract today. 2-year, 5-2. Guess what else? For those of you who are novice in the sports signings, and I know you guys get disgusted when you hear these numbers, when these people are making this kind of money going to work. It's a job at the end of the day. The man is guaranteed $35 million of that. So that means, yes, that's right. If he gets hurt, or God forbid anything happens to him while the season is luring and it's gone, guess what? He still gets that $35 million of that $52 million over the next 2 years. Talk about a payday. Get your money. Get the bag. I'm with it, Mr. Evans. Get all the money you can because you are working for billionaires. How much are you making for them? I've always said that myself. Let's see. What else in the news? Baker Mayfield. What are you going to do? Where is Baker Mayfield going to land? I was proud of him. He didn't do 100 commercials last year with all of the hype and folk lore behind his commercialing. Of course, he decided, I'm going to do what got me here. And he started playing football. He got really serious about it. And he buckled down and he became of course, Pro Bowler, making it to the Pro Bowl for the second time in his career. Where's he going to land? Is of course Tampa Bay going to re-sign him? I don't know. Tampa Bay, you guys got some serious cap on your space. You don't have that much space. You guys going to have to make some decisions. You just paid Evans $52 million, $35 guaranteed. What are you going to do? We'll see. It's going to come later on. I can assure you. All right. Right now. Oh, man. Wow. That's all I can say, folks. Wow. I'm going to give kudos. Jason Kelce. Wow. 6-time Pro Bowler. 13 seasons. 2 appearances in the NFL Super Bowl game. He's been a wrecking ball for guys trying to get to those quarterbacks. For the Philadelphia Eagles for the past 13 seasons, has decided to hang it up. In a tearful rant today in his press conference, he decided to give it all up and decide to go and do some other things. Let me know if you think Philly, let's see, the Philadelphia Eagles, Phillies Nation, what do you think about this? Do you think Jason's going to remain retired? I mean, I think he still can play. Or do you think he might want to go and join his brother over at the Kansas City Chief Kingdom? Because his brother has been winning. Jason has been playing. Guess what? Travis has been winning. Did pretty good in the women's department too, if you know, I might add, to a lot of people's dismay. But I love it. I love the fact that everything that's going on with that storyline is great, including Jason. Jason, hey, I'm saying it and you hear me saying it first, folks. Jason, you retired one time last year. You came back. Guess what? Go join your brother, man. They got some room for you. Go join your brother and get that ring. They're going to give you a bag because they got to pay you. They got some cap space. They don't know what they're doing right now in the place, but guess what? They'll make it. I can assure you that will be a great, great imaging as well as a marriage between 2 brothers playing on the same team and being great. Because, I'll tell you my picks for the Super Bowl next year. We'll keep that going, right, Mike Lowry? Well, guess what? I don't, mince words when I say, like I said, we're unrelenting on this show. So, the things that are happening right now in the NFL, good Lord, they are actually getting ready. And I think it's going to happen, folks. Because what is the NFL about? Money. Ding, ding. Money. I'm going to have a ding, ding moment in just a moment, okay? It's coming later in the show. But the NFL is about money. They are negotiating right now in the CBA. For those folks who you don't know what that means, that's the collective bargaining agreement. That is a group of folks that have played the game of football who've decided it's almost, if you will, for the layman's terms, it's almost like a union within the organization, the Shield, okay? They govern pretty much what the players get, along with the fact that these teams have and will do. Pretty much, it's a governing body, if you will. They're actually talking about taking it, guess what, to 18 games. Right now, it's 17 games. Now, folks, I play football. Hey, it didn't matter to me. I'd play 25 games if I could. But guess what? They're playing 17 games right now, and players are complaining, okay? So now they're talking about taking it to 18. Folks, let me know what you think about this. Do you think the NFL is being a little more greedy? Because, of course, that's going to bring in television contracts. That's going to bring in much, much more revenue. Of course, the people are going to, the marketing campaigns that are going to be generated behind that are almost insurmountable. Guess what? You might feel some of that because those ticket sales, if they expand the games, they might just go down a bit. Tell me what you think about it. I'd like to know. Send me a little message on what you think about the NFL, thinking about expanding the number of games that they're going to play. Wow. Okay. All I can say is wow. Hello, and thank you for watching Bases Are Loaded. This show is brought to you by Hot and Saucy, flavor over heat. Okay, well, let's switch it up. They're playing basketball. We love that basketball. That's right, folks. NBA. A lot of people say it means it's a colloquialism for those letters mean never broke again. Those guys are making some astronomical money, and some of them still aren't playing. I don't know what you think, but I do not like the word load management. Okay? I played pretty much all sports except lacrosse and swimming because that water was a little bit too cold. Okay? But let me think about it for a second. What do you think about it? The load management in the NBA. Okay, I don't know about you folks. I think it's hurt their ticket sales because if I know my hard-earned money, if I'm getting ready to take my nephews, my kids are too grown now, they need to be taking me. Okay, but listen, those tickets are not that cheap. Okay, and we're living in perilous times where people were really watching their coins. The NBA has decided that they don't care about the money that you're spending to watch these players because they show it and when they allow them to not come to work. And I got something to tell you about one of the players. We won't mention no names, but Anthony Edwards. We're gonna talk about you in just a minute, my brother. Folks, if I pay my money to go see LeBron, and we're gonna talk about LeBron in a few, LeBron is sitting over there. Well, watch this. Worse, LeBron's not even in the building because he needs to go and take a little time off because he's a little emotional or something is going on with his dog. Okay, come on, folks. This is a job at the end of the day, and you're being paid to entertain whom? Not yourselves. You folks remember what happened 3 years ago when they were doing the bubble. Nobody's there. They're doing cutouts. Okay? The players actually hated that. Guess what they missed? Something that they sometimes, quote, complain about. They missed the crowd. Okay? And you can imagine when you're used to something, especially going to work and you're doing it day in and day out, if something changes, it does make the workplace just a little bit uncomfortable, don't you think? I'll tell you what you do. You think about it. Send me a message. Send me a comment. I want to know what you think about the load management, folks, because it's really getting to me a little bit too, okay? And with that, I'm going to talk to you about, the Bucks. Giannis, oh my goodness. If you're hurt, you're hurt. Giannis is hurt, folks. That didn't stop the Bucks from last night. They went ahead and they took care of the game last night with Lillard. Hey, Damian Lillard, I pretty guesstimate it was a great acquisition. Okay? He's scoring 41 points with the best player on the team out. Damian took care of business last night. Same, of course, okay? And last night, it was something to behold. So right now, with that, we're going to talk about the power rankings for the NBA. You folks are getting ready, getting geared up, getting closer to the time when you're really watching basketball, because I know a lot of people that I know that I talk to, a lot of them don't watch. They don't keep up with the NBA. And, of course, to my dismay, college basketball, if they don't really watch it, unless it's Caitlin Clark, who we're going to talk about in just a second. Caitlin Clark, matter of fact, I can talk about it now. Caitlin Clark, hey, man, wow. Okay? Talk about it. I'm going to give you a ding moment, okay? Caitlin, oh my goodness. Pete Maravich? Okay? Really? This young lady, if you guys have ever wondered, can somebody shoot a basketball? Take a look at Caitlin Clark. What she's doing right now is it's unprecedented, okay? One time, of course, we were all able to see the hoopla and, of course, the lore that came along with her and Angel Reese last year. And I was a little agitated with the First Lady myself. I love you guys, the President. Don't come knocking on my door. But I was agitated with her, and I'm pretty sure she thought about it after she actually said it about the games were so good. She wanted both the losing team and the winning team to come to the White House, which was almost offensive to the winning team, of course, because that's the first time that it ever happened, and it didn't happen to our glorious happiness, okay? But Caitlin Clark, you would have thought she might have took the tail after losing that national championship last year. No, sir. That young lady has been shooting lights out, not only shooting from almost 59 feet out for her to take over college basketball. Guess what? Yes. Watch this. Man or woman, she scored more points. Okay, in of course in history. Now she's actually trumped the points, of course, of Pete Maravich that was set that nobody was supposed to be. It was set, folks, 54 years as a man. She's went over him now. So she is the number one basketball player in history in college on scoring. Kudos to you. Way to go, Caitlin. I can't wait to see you going up against Ionescu in the WNBA because, yes, folks, last week she announced that she was getting ready to take her talents to the pro level. Congratulations, young lady. We look forward to your forward consent, of course, success. All right. Here are the power rankings right now from, of course, starting number 5 right now. If you're looking at the East, in the East right now, the Phoenix Suns, the power rankings in the NBA. Starting out with the Phoenix Suns, KD and Devin Booker, they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're staying healthy, and they are surging a little bit right now. They've lost a couple of games, but they're still in the top 5 already. Okay, coming at number 4 is the Milwaukee Bucks. Like I said, with Damian Lillard, of course, and of course we won't even talk about Giannis. Giannis is formidable. I mean, he's no joke, folks. Okay, then you got the LA Clippers. The LA Clippers have almost the best record in the West. They're only 3rd right now, but they're playing so well with the play of Kawhi Leonard. And Paul George has been sitting out on the bench, and they still are shooting lights out. They're beating teams by marginal points too, folks, okay? The Denver Nuggets, what can you say? The Lakers don't have an answer. They do not have an answer for, of course, the Denver Nuggets. Unfortunately, every time they break a record or they reach a milestone, guess who's at the behest? They're the behest of, guess whom? Denver Nuggets. Jokic. And that kid from Canada, okay? They're a team. Regardless if you thought it was a fluke last year, they haven't missed a beat. They picked up right where they left off, okay? And now, would you know, and this is no surprise to everybody, number 1 right now, power rankings is, of course, those Boston Celtics. I don't like it. As you know, I'm a Knicks fan. But hey, Jason and Jalen, the JJs, okay? They are on fire. They're in fuego, folks. They've won their last 10 games, okay? And I can tell you right now, it's going to be fun to see what happens in that last part of the season when we get to the playoffs between them and the Milwaukee Bucks. That's going to be fun. Of course, the Miami. I'm pretty sure, don't count Miami folks out. Don't count them out. They're not mentioned in the top 5. But Miami, for some reason, the later it gets in the season, the more they start picking up their play. All right, so we're going to see how it all pans out with, of course, the NBA. And, we're excited about the season. That's what we've got. That's all we've got now, right, Mike Lowry? We've got basketball and the NCAA coming up. Yes, sir. NCAA sports. You got it. Hey. Woo. ACC. So on fire. The last couple of games that were decided by buzzer beaters, of course, and along with the mere fact that the last championships have not been in the ACC, which is surprising. The ACC is almost like the SEC when it comes to basketball. They're the SEC of college basketball, and right now their rankings are getting up there right now. You've got Notre Dame that will be playing UNC tonight at 7. They're going to be playing on ACCN network. For those of you who that of course have cable, they're going to be on the ACN network. And then number 2 is going to be Virginia Tech at Louisville at 7 p.m. They're going to be on ESPNU, folks. Then you got Syracuse versus Clemson at 7. They're going to be on ESPN2 at 7. And then to the bottom and all out, the next 2 games are going to be Georgia Tech and Wake Forest at 9. That's going to be ACCN network. And, of course, the FSU. Leonard Hamilton is going up against those Pittsburgh. Those guys are going to be playing around 9 o'clock on ESPN2. So that's something else that you guys can actually have a little bit of entertainment tonight. If you don't feel like watching those sitcoms, I know that some of them are really, really relenting right now. I did see a movie the other night. Hey, folks, I don't promote, but if you like watching television movies, just saying, Kelly Rowland looks good in that movie. Mia Culpa, folks. Yeah, it's a good movie. Check it out. All right. Also, check out One Love. Bob Marley, baby. Okay, One Love. Let's get together and feel all right. That's what it's about, folks. All right. That's exactly what it's all about. Let's get together and feel all right. And with that said, we've got not least but last. Hey! Yeah, Major League Baseball is right around the corner, folks. It's getting riveted. It's getting riveting. I left. My Yankees were losing to the Mets. They did a dumb bonehead play while they were actually on the phone. The pundits were speaking to Aaron Judge and, of course, Aaron Boone while they did a bonehead play that caused 3 runs to just come in. They actually couldn't find the ball in the sun. Go figure. Let's hope that doesn't carry on and transition into the regular season. Come on, Yanks. Let's go, Bronx Bombers. Let's get this thing together. You got too many great players and too many great position players. The World Series is just laid out for you. All you got to do is just go ahead and play the game you guys can potentially do. Let's go, Aaron Judge. Get another scoring title on that home run. I don't mind. I'm sure you don't. Okay. Right now, for you Mets fans, for you Atlanta Falcons fans, Ronald Acuna, you'll be so glad to hear this. He announced today that he is already ready to play. As a matter of fact, he would play today if he could, but he's going to be ready opening day. So that's some good news for you Braves fans out there. Okay. I love your chant. Hey, oh. That's why I root for you guys when I can, except when you're playing my Yankees. Okay. And you can't be mad at me for that. The Dodgers and Angels play at 8 o'clock tonight. Kershaw, their ace pitcher, he's on a 60-day IL. Let's see if we can get back out there before, it won't be before the season, considering the season will be starting in a few in early April. But let's hope he doesn't be out too long for those of course, for Dodgers fans. And we'll see how that goes. Right now, I want to talk about this, folks. Andrew Jones. Okay? Andrew Jones was a center fielder. He started out as a rookie for the Braves. Okay? When they were on that winning tear. Andrew Jones, at one time, was the youngest player to hit a home run in a World Series game. Okay? He did that as a Yankee. The kid has been lights out. One of the best, if arguably the best center fielder. He has numbers that are astronomical, and they sometimes usurp the play of Willie Mays and some of the other greats that played that position, folks. Okay? And right now, wow. From 400 home runs, folks. He played from 98 to 2007. 48 home runs. 10 gold gloves. What more does Andrew Jones need to do to get into Cooperstown? Why is he not in the Hall of Fame? Braves Nation, stand up. Send me a message. Let me know. You guys need to send out a petition. That's ridiculous. Okay? I know he didn't retire as a Brave, but he played with you the most. He played with you guys the most, and he took you to a few World Series. Come on, folks. What in the world is going on with the voters out there? What are you guys doing? What are you guys looking at? What more does a player need to do to get into the Hall of Fame? He deserves that honor. Like on the previous show, I talked about that. Doesn't make sense, folks. Doesn't make sense at all. All right? And right now, with that said, we're going to end the segment. We're going to end it right now with the best thing. Ding, 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 ding moment, folks. Ding, ding, ding. Mr. LeBron James, I don't know your middle name, but it must rhyme with honey, because, boy, you are about to be always, if you're not already, in the money. First kid to, of course, active player to amass $1 billion. Okay? Married his childhood sweetheart. Proud of you. Great father to his boys. Wow. I haven't heard. Have you guys heard? Has he ever been in any trouble? Domestically? criminally, NBA-ically, for lack of a better word. The man don't even get in trouble in the NBA, folks. Okay, and that's his job. Sit. Watch this. You ready for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,400 kids to school 2 years ago. And I don't mean a migrant school, a magnet school, folks. All right. This man sent 1,400 kids to college, 1,400, and his number is still growing. He's a philanthropist. Not to mention, folks, he just scored 40,000 points the other night. 40,000. And some would say, oh, man, come on. He's been playing for 21 years. He should be able to do that. Really, folks? How many of you have been working for 21 years and you're in the same position you've been in? Okay? Not to put us down, because guess what? We help pay his salary, but at the same time, look at it from this perspective. The young man has been a savant when it comes to the sport of basketball. Okay? He has been thoroughly, he lost a couple of games, but guess what? It's a team sport. I'm pretty sure he would have won most of them, if not for the listening when he was younger about taking the final shot. Jordan would have took the final shot. Well, guess what? He's not Michael Jordan. And I wish he would just simply say that, just like Jordan admitted that he's not him. Okay? Folks, the man is something to behold, and he's somebody to be proud of. And I know I am. I'm proud to have met LeBron one time. Perfect gentleman. And it's not something that was a situation where it was something he just did just for PR. Okay? He's a great person. An even better basketball player, some would say. But he's a better human being. And with that said, we're going to end it right there, folks. I thank you for joining in. Remember, comment, subscribe, like. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about this stuff that's going on in the sports and in our communities. Please, folks, go vote. Okay? Vote. Our folks died for that. I vote because it makes a difference. I vote because my folks couldn't make a difference, and they weren't allowed to. All right? So anyway, back to you. I hope everything in your world is great. Love everybody, and drive safely out here. Until next time, host. Bases are loaded, baby. See you guys next time. Hey, are you liking the Bases Are Loaded? Do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe button and tell some more people about me. It keeps me coming and keeps you happy and keeps me smiling.